Okay, hello! Welcome back. How's it going, boys? What is up? Yes, I am also back on the YouTube side. And again, it's not like I've gone away on YouTube for a while. It's just that I haven't really put out any videos because I've been just streaming a lot and just been playing video games like Booba Frame. We'll start off with Kukuru Summer. We have two new summer characters, Kukuru and Helicena, whatever. Yeah. And then we have a summon as well this time around, but we're not really going to look at a summon because we don't really talk about summons. So for Kukuru, you have 1255 HP, 8925 attack. She's light, just in time for Guild War. Special type hostile, and still a gun. Okay, Tres Explosive. Massive light damage to a foe, 1 turn cut to Kukuru skill cooldowns, 1 aqua tank. Oh man, time for Ogi, dude. Splash Bullet, 6 hit light damage to random foes, boost to light allies critical rate and supplemental skill damage. If only this was something else. Okay. Ammo Pierce, 4 hit light damage to 4 hit to defense, Ammo Pierce effect. For every 10 hits taken, supplemental damage taken until end of the turn. Max 3 times. Can be removed. I think that's a really strong debuff. While Loader, Custard deals triple attacks, attack without using up a turn, additional effect when a foe has Ammo Pierce, 3 hit flurry effect 1 time. Here we go with the 1 time again. So in other words, when you press this, then you can get this additional effect, huh? Water Side, Dual Wielder, bonus light damage effect to light allies critical hits on normal attacks. With a zip boom bang, 1 aqua tank to Kukuru upon light attacks, critical hits on light allies critical hits on normal attacks. Max is 5. At the end of turn, consume all tanks to deal light damage to a foe. Number of hits increase based on number of aqua tanks consumed. Max is 5 hits. Sounds like she has potential for burst though. Light already has really strong burst setup. Maybe she can work. For this one, the nuke is like 68,000 per hit base cap. Critical is around 30% more damage with 100% chance to get critical. Supplemental skill damage is 30,000. And then this one we have 108,000 per hit. Defense down is 25%. And then for this one is, how do I see this? The first stack of this, because you can get up to 3 times, right? The first stack gives you extra 10,000. Second stack is 20,000. Third stack is 30,000. So it's just based on how many hits you do, right? So the first one should be the 11 hit onwards, and then 21 to 31. From what they are saying. Okay. Also, I'm reading it through GameWith. Wiki is not updated yet to currently because it's still relatively early. So, okay, this one is quite straightforward. I don't think I need to explain this one. Basically, attack without using a turn basically just allows you to have... You click this, she will attack by herself. Yeah, and also she has guaranteed triple, so I'm pretty sure that's self-explanatory. And then this one is that as long as you have the effect, I'm pretty sure the effect refers to this as a whole. So as long as you have that, you should be able to get 3 hit flurry effect with her, but it's only 1 time. So if you have like 1 time, meaning when you click this, basically, right, when you click this, it's gone. Because she's attacking without using without using up a turn, so that accounts to that thing, right? So yeah, it's technically gone after pressing that. And then this one is how much? The echo is 10%. The nukes on her aqua tank is 220,000 per stack. So yeah, so you can go up to 5 times 220,000 up to 5 times. So 220,000 per hit is actually pretty good, but yeah, you do have to stack it up in order for you to get that. So either way, it sounds pretty nice though. It does sound pretty nice because it looks like you should be able to get this done, especially if you're trying to like do bursts in like a single turn. This should be kept quite easily, or you could even do more. more than 5, I think. Yeah, you could even get more than 5, because if you're doing the usual Relic Buster tech, I think you should be able to hit a lot of times. So you should be able to get more of that out of that, but I don't really know if you really want to use her for that. Because yeah, Florence and Flugen Flugen is still very strong in this element. Yeah. So I don't think you really need her at all. But it looks like she does have some potential at least. I mean, she can nuke a little bit for full auto wise also is also pretty handy, because if you Ogi every now and then, she'll be able to cut her cooldowns, which also obviously helps because this goes down to 7 turns, I think. Yeah. This goes down to 7 turns, 6 turns. So it's not as slow normally if you don't account to this. 7 to 6 turns cooldown, and then this one is 6 turns cooldown. Is not entirely slow. So if you do Ogi every now and then, so give or take maybe 2 Ogis. Yeah, just say you have 2 Ogis in like 5 turns. You probably should have these up already. So yeah, you can get all these back up already in like 4 or 5 turns in. If you just go like standard stuff, like just let full auto take this wheel, right? So it's actually not bad as well in that regard. She can do a lot of damage. She can provide a little bit more damage for the others as well, just because you get extra supplemental. You get crit, because this applies to allied allies. And then she can debuff a little bit, and then because of this, you're technically giving even more damage to your party members as well, right? Same goes for this. Same goes for this. This is extra damage for herself, but it applies to her party members, the other party members as well, because as long as other characters in your team are able to critical on normal attacks, which is honestly more or less guaranteed these days, it's very, very easy to get, because light is also very heavily, like, a lot of the characters that people use these days, like as like a norm, you know, like meta, whatever you want to call it, that people tend to rely these days, a lot of times have crit now. And also, not to mention, if you're also on Primal, because Sound of On Grand, Exalto's weapon, his weapon, is also reliant on crit as well. So a lot of times, it's very easy to get crit nowadays. And even though that weapon, I don't really like it that much, but yeah, it's one of those things where it's very, very simple to get. So this is also very, very handy in a way to add on top of like whatever stuff that Light already has. But it's one of those, to me, this character is one of those characters where if you're missing, say, like 1 or 2 characters, like in whatever setup, putting her in does not feel as bad, from what I can see, just based on like her numbers here, without really testing much, because it's not like I have a character, right? Numbers wise, she looks really good. She has the potential to at least be like a pseudo substitute character for burst, and then for full auto as well, or even like in whatever content related which requires you to have a lot of hits. She can be super useful, because she is that kind of character, right? Because you can reset so much. This two combined is already 10 hits just by pure nukes, right? And then if you add in like your this one, because this is basically like, if you just do not have anything, right? If you do not have any form of buffs to your entire party, by default, everyone has already echo. Just by default. If you don't account to like the grid or whatever, because I don't really know which one, if this like that, I'm pretty sure this stacks with a lot of things, but I don't really know like exactly which it doesn't stack with. If you just don't account with any of that, right, she already gives you 1 extra instance of attack to everyone, including herself, on their autos. So by default, each character will have 2 hits per attack. So if you triple attack, each character will have 6 hits, right? Yeah. For some reason, I thought my math failed there. So it's 6 times 4. If everyone triples attack, that is, you know? And that is quite a lot already. And because, you know, there's a lot of like, V2 is quite the norm these days. There's a lot of, the omens, which requires you to have a specific amount of hits. So stuff character like these kind of help a lot in that scenario, especially if you do not have like the supposedly best in slot character that a lot of people tend to suggest when it comes to sharing their homework and such, right? In whatever said content, like high end end game content, like the hard rate bosses, or like specific guild war stuff, those kind of whatever content, right? What I can really say to this character is that she's like slightly above average from what I can see, because at least she can provide quite a bit of stuff to multiple scenarios, and it's relatively good, because like it's like similar to like her Halloween version. Her Halloween version is also really, really good in that regard, because the reason why her Halloween version is so good is because she also has like insane amount of hits, and her passive is like she basically has like permanent flurry or whatever, kind of like Ilsa and Grimnir in a way, Valentine Grimnir. And then you have like a stupid boss like Diaspora where you need like crazy amount of hits and stuff. So it's like having a character like that is just making your life a lot more easier. She obviously is not as like that, unfortunately. She doesn't have permanent flurry like our Halloween version, but she still has a lot of hits, and she can provide a lot of hits as well, so it's still relatively nice that way. So it's not like just shit altogether, thankfully. So yeah, so it's, to me, she's probably decent at best, slightly above average, I can tell. That's probably the most I can see out of her. What's the vacation toolbox? That's an axe. How is this an axe? How do you hold it as an axe? It's a fucking bag. I mean, it's full limit break as well. I mean, it looks alright though. Yeah, I mean, this looks okay. The weapon actually looks not bad, but it's so hard to fit these in though. Wait, maybe you could use this instead of Noah's dagger or something, because this is big as well. I don't know. Maybe, I'm not sure. Maybe people will cook her weapon or something. Looks possible, but I'm not entirely certain. Alright, what's her EMP like? Okay, so she has 2 skill caps, 2 crit, 1 HP, 2 defense, 1 triple attack. Okay, so obviously you want this. You want that. Crit. I mean, everything else is not so important, so I think I would just go for the crit anyway. I'll just go for the crit. And then her HP is alright. I mean, I will probably use her in burst anyway, so there's no reason for me to not go for this. I would say you probably want triple attack. Yeah, you probably want triple attack if you full auto. Yeah, if you full auto, you probably want some triple attack. If you're planning to burst, I think you can just ignore this altogether if you're playing burst only. Like if you're trying to only use her in burst. In that sense, I would probably say I want to go like, I'll probably level her HP as well. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the remaining points I put like 1 here, and 1 here. Or if you think that she can survive, whatever outcome, like hard raids or whatever, especially in burst, you can just put it on attack instead of defense. Yeah, you can just put it all on attack instead of defense. That's fine too. But yeah, it just really depends on what you want to go for, I guess. But the rest is just pretty straightforward. Yeah, that's all I guess I'm gonna talk about for Kukuru. Let me know what you think about the character. Let me know your thoughts and in the comments and all that stuff. And I don't know. I'm not sure what else to say. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys now in the next one.